Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The leaders of the European Union have agreed on a more ambitious goal for cutting greenhouse gases, reducing them by 55% by 2030. The new target was reached after difficult all-night talks in Brussels. The EU Commission will draw up a detailed plan for all 27 member states to contribute to the 55% target, up 15% from the previous 40% goal. The EU move is part of a global effort to tackle climate change by cutting atmospheric pollution, especially carbon dioxide emissions. However, environmental campaign groups say the 55% target does not go far enough, while the European Parliament, yet to debate the new target, has called for a 60% cut. Meanwhile, the European Commission has warned EU member states that a post-Brexit trade deal is unlikely to be agreed with the UK by Sunday's deadline.
Positions remain apart on fundamental issues.
President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, said that no deal was the likeliest end to difficult talks. French President Emmanuel Macron added the EU would stand firm on key principles such as access to its common market and fishing quotas.
We just can't seem to make progress. And
On the other side of the English Channel, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson told the media there is a strong possibility of no deal unless the EU shifts its position. Time is running out to reach an agreement before the UK stops following EU trade rules on the 31st of December, and both parties have agreed to end negotiations on Sunday, whatever the result. In the US, the first of 5 executions authorized by President Donald Trump in his final days has gone ahead. Death row inmate Brandon Bernard has been executed in Indiana after last-minute clemency pleas were rejected by the US Supreme Court. Bernard was convicted of murder in 1999 when he was a teenager and is the youngest offender to be executed by the federal government in nearly 70 years. 4 more executions are planned before the end of Donald Trump's presidency. It is highly unusual for an exiting president to authorize executions in the last months of his term. A promising Australian candidate for a coronavirus vaccine has been abandoned after trial participants returned false HIV-positive results. Australia had previously agreed to buy 51 million doses of the vaccine being developed by Australian firm CSL and the University of Queensland, but the government said orders of other vaccines would now fill the shortfall. CSL and University of Queensland stressed that the positive results were false, meaning trial participants' health were not at risk. The Australian government says it has now entered an agreement for the Novavax vaccine and upped its existing order for the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. Aid agencies say 4 aid workers were killed last month during fighting in Ethiopia's Tigray region. The Danish Refugee Council reported the deaths of 3 security guards, while the International Rescue Committee said one of its staff members had been killed. Government forces have been battling the Tigray People's Liberation Front in the region. The government says it is in control of Tigray and the conflict is over, but TPLF leaders say they are still fighting on various fronts. Hong Kong pro-democracy media tycoon Jimmy Lai has been charged under the territory's controversial new national security law. Mr. Lai is accused of conspiring with foreign forces to endanger national security and could face a lengthy jail term. He is the most high-profile person charged under the new law. Mr. Lai founded the Apple Daily newspaper and has always been considered a fierce critic of the Chinese authorities. Beijing has said the new security law will return stability to the territory after a year of unrest, but critics say it has silenced dissent. And finally, a cafe in the German capital Berlin, shut down by the coronavirus lockdown, has found a way to recycle itself into a space for online art lovers.
Und es entstehen neue Motive.
Cafe Berio had served as an art gallery as well as a cafe before the pandemic, and the closure imposed last month inspired the owner Annina Schork to open the empty premises to artists, including a live art window. The artists take it in turns, and Miss Schork films them at work and streams the material where viewers can ask questions. The window and the subsequent streaming gives artists a way to raise their profile and sell their work hot off the canvas, and according to Miss Schork, it offers the artist a new experience as well. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.